Can you believe that Nigeria once had a war with its own people? Alright, let me tell you. The region called Biafra tried to break away from Nigeria. What followed became one of the most deadliest conflicts in African history. A war where starvation became a weapon and millions of people died. So the question is, why did Biafra try to leave Nigeria? And why Nigeria refused to let them go? Let's find it out. So to understand this story completely, we have to go back. Before Nigeria existed as one country, the land was made up of many different kingdoms and ethnic groups. British combined Nigeria, but they never meant to be one country. Find out in my other videos. Back to the story. Things started to get unstable after Nigeria independence in 1960s. In 1966, Nigeria experienced military coups that shook the entire country. Trust between ethnic groups started to collapse. Soon, violence broke out in several parts of Nigeria. Many people from the Igbo ethnic groups living in northern Nigeria were attacked. Thousands were killed, and many families fled back to the eastern region for safety. At this point, people in the east were beginning to ask one serious question. Maybe staying in Nigeria was no longer safe. That's not the end of the story.
A servant of such a heroic people.
So, in 1967, the military governor of the eastern region made a dramatic decision. His name was Chukwuemeka Odomeju Ojukwu. He announced that the eastern region was no longer part of Nigeria. Instead, it would become a new country called the Republic of Biafra. For many people in the region, this was about protection and survival. But for Nigeria's central government, this was a huge problem because if one region left the country, other regions might try to leave too.
The tragic chapter of...
This is another reason why Nigeria refused to let Biafra go. Oil. The eastern region is close to the Niger Delta, which holds massive oil reserves. If Biafra became an independent country, Nigeria would lose control of a large portion of its oil wealth, and what would seriously weaken the country's economy. So, the Nigerian government decided it would not allow the separation, even if it meant going to war. In 1967, the fighting officially began, and what followed became one of the deadliest conflicts in African history. Here's how they do it. The Nigerian government surrounded Biafra and blocked supplies from entering the region. Food became extremely scarce. Starvation spread rapidly. That's crazy. Anyway, by the time the war ended, an estimated 1 to 3 million people had died, most of them civilians. So, by 1969, Biafra was losing ground, the army was tired, they were running out of supply, and the population was starving. That's the main reason why Biafra lose ground. So, in January 1970, Biafra finally surrendered. The region returned to Nigeria, and the war officially came to an end. Nigeria remained one united country, but the memories of the war still remain today.
To continue to use the word Biafra to refer to any part of the East Central state of Nigeria. The tragic chapter of violence
Nigeria survived the crisis, but Biafra is still remembered across the whole of Nigeria because histories like this never truly disappear. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget hit the subscribe button to subscribe and like the video, share it to your family and friends, and I'll be really grateful. Thank you all.